It is your Classic Metal Show right here on theclassicmetalshow.com. That is Udo Dirkschneider. The album is just simply called Dirkschneider. Live, back to the roots. And on the line right now, we've got the one, the only, the legend himself, Udo Dirkschneider. Udo, how are you, man?
All right, I'm fine. Thank you very much.
Sure, man. Well, Udo, gotta say, man, love the live album, but it comes with some disappointment just because it lets us know that you're not going to be playing these Accept songs anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in a way, there is a reason, you know. It's two things. One thing is that, I mean, now I have 15 U.D.O albums, and I have a huge fan base of U.D.O fans. And since Accept did the reunion and still touring and stuff like that, all the people say, why are you still playing Accept songs? You have enough material, you do your set list without Accept songs, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That was one reason. And the other reason was, you know, a lot of journalists, they try to make a fight out of who is playing the Accept songs better. Now accepted Mark Tonillo or U.D.O.
Mm-hmm.
And you know sometimes, you know, I got the feeling that they want to make some bad blood, really, you know. And then the idea came up, and I said, okay, I don't want to have this anymore, and I'm tired of this. And then I said, okay. Was talking to some promoters, talking management, and so on. And then we said, okay, maybe we do 10 or 15 special shows, and I play only Accept songs. And for the last time on the next U.D.O tour, we never play an Accept song again. So, and here we go. When the tour is over now with Dirkschneider, we did 120 shows then.
Right, sure. Now.
Yeah, what can I say? I mean, I didn't know that it goes so well, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me play devil's advocate just for a minute, Udo. You know, some people will say that you're painting yourself into a corner by not playing, you know, some of the songs that you're most well known for. I mean, obviously a song like Balls to the Wall or London Leather Boys and whatnot. That's what brought people to knowing who you are in the first place. Do you feel at all, I don't know, sad or anything toward not playing these songs that have been so core to your career?
Yeah, I mean, of course, in the end, on the last U.D.O tour, we just played 3 Accept songs, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not really sad about this. I mean, what I'm doing at the moment, I enjoy everything, you know. See that the people are happy, and yeah, I mean, we have so many shows here in Europe sold out, unbelievable. You know, there is something, I don't know. It's also for me it's also a big surprise. You know, that there's a huge interest in this. But you know, sometimes you have to close a book, you know, and say, okay, that's it.
Right.
And the only thing what I can say at the moment is, if the people want to hear Accept songs, then go to Accept. They're still in the business, they're still touring. So, and then I think it's now up to Accept, you know. Of course, it's not the original voice, but Mark's doing a good job. And I only say there's maybe a little door, you know, open to maybe one day I come play some Accept songs again. It's then when Accept maybe stop in the business, break up or whatever, and I'm still in the business, then it's possible to play Accept songs again. But at the moment, I still Accept now is in the business and touring. With U.D.O, I don't play any Accept songs anymore.
Do you think, Udo, that one of the positives to this will be that a lot of people that know Accept music but never gave U.D.O a full chance will now finally listen to U.D.O albums without comparing it to Accept?
No, I mean, I never had a problem that people was really comparing stuff with U.D.O with Accept, you know. I mean, U.D.O is in a way the own thing. Of course, the voice is there, But no, that was never really happened. I mean, no.
Okay, fair enough. So what now with you ending your, I'll say, association completely with Accept and moving forward with UDO, what does that leave in the short term? Are you working on some new music, or are you not
Yeah.
even that far yet, or what?
Yeah, we already have a lot of ideas. At the moment we are collecting ideas as much as we can. And after the American tour, the beginning of February, we do a break for everybody. And then on the 1st of March, we start working on the new UDO album.
Okay, great, excellent.
Yeah.
Now, something that I've thought for a while, Udo, is that UDO, especially, I'm going to say the last 10 years, has been as good or better than at any time of your career, including Accept stuff as well. From albums like Master Cuter, Decadent, Steelhammer. This is some of your best and most heavy, hard-hitting work that you've ever done. What has been the change in the last 10 years?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, of course, UDO also was developing. We now, especially now with the last two albums, I mean, there's a lot of big change going on. Now, especially with Steelhammer and Decadent, I mean, I have a really good guitar players. I'm really proud of these two guys, and so they are young. They are coming up with different ideas, still classic metal, but in a modern way, and that. They had so much experience with these two guys, and now also my son is in a band. He's the drummer now in UDO. He's also coming up with ideas, since Master Tutor, I don't know. I think we found the right direction now for UDO, So, what can I say? I'm really looking forward already to the next UDO album, and there are already some good ideas.
Sure. Now, you mentioned that you're working with Sven, your son.
Yes.
How that's got I have a business that has nothing to do with music, but I work with my sons, and I know that is a frustrating experience where sometimes you just want to wring their neck and say, "Look, goddammit, this is how I told you to do it." Do you have that, or can you disassociate yourself from the family relationship?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was also a very important thing for me, In a way, he is a member of the band as a musician. And if there anything, let's say, private stuff, or he's doing something, I mean, of course, he's young, 22 years old, of course, rock and roll,
Sure.
And if there's something happen, then I talk to him in private, not in front of the band or something like that, And then I said maybe maybe this is not so good, blah blah blah. But in a way, what can I say? I'm really lucky. He is doing perfect job. Right? Like really, there is not a lot of things I have to say, So I'm happy with him.
Excellent. Now, Udo, a few years ago, about 5 years ago now, you and Stefan Kaufman stopped working together. And that was a big change for you, because obviously you and him had worked together for a long time. How has the band itself, how has UDO changed, now that you've had several years to, write differently and perform differently without Stefan in the mix?
Yeah, I mean, so when Stefan have left the band for a health reason, Now he's just quick can tell you he's now in a video business, doing video stuff like that, and producing some bands. But it was in a way not so easy when that was before we did the album Steelhammer, And then normally I was always writing the songs together with Stefan, producing together with Stefan, so everything I did together with Stefan. But so then with Steelhammer it was also a step in cold water, So okay, but I have to go forward and looking forward. So, and then I start working with the bass player, Fitty. It works already very good. And also, then we found Andrei Smirnov at this time. So he was doing all the guitars on the Steelhammer album, and he was also coming up with really good arranging stuff. Yeah, he was really creative in the studio, at the studio. And and then we found Kasperi from Finland. And after this, so what can I say? I have not like the classic thing, a rhythm guitar and a solo guitar. Now I have two guitar players. They can play solo and rhythm guitar, and that makes it also a little bit different. It's not only one guy playing solo and maybe the other guy maybe play one solo in the whole show. No, it's now really like 50-50, and this is also very, very interesting for me. You can do a lot of things with these two guitar players.
Sure, definitely can, man. Well, Udo, can't help but at this point for all of us, look at the clock and look at the calendar, and I mean, the first Accept album came out just about 40 years ago at this point. So,
yeah,
how many more years are there for you and for U.D.O?
I don't know. I mean, a lot of people asking me already, what do you think about already retiring or something like that? I said, no. I mean, I don't know. I mean, for me, it is always easy to say, as long as I have fun, I don't stop. I mean, if I don't have any health problems, my voice is working or something else going on, I keep going, So, I mean, I love to be on tour. I love to play in front of people making new albums, especially now with the new members in the band. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really, it's fun for me, everything, to do this. And I don't know, maybe another 10 years.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
10 years, you'll be, 75 years old and still kicking ass, right?
Yeah, maybe. You never know. I mean, this is a good thing, to be in this, to making this kind of music. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you are in the pop business, this is a little bit different. No? You can maybe do it for a couple of years and then you're gone. The next one is coming,
right. Yep, very true. Well, Udo, talk a little bit about the tour that's coming up. I know people are excited to see you once again.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, they can expect, over 2 hours, nearly 2 hours and 10 minutes show. Okay. Only with Accept songs. We play around 24 songs, I think. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to come back to the US. This time not with U.D.O, as a Dirkschneider, and playing Accept songs, and I think the people will enjoy it.
Very good. Well, Udo, as a tradition on the show, we always wrap the interview up with something from the new record. And since we're talking about the live set and the live show, why don't we end with why don't you pick a song from live from the Roots, and we'll end there.
Yeah, I would say I love the song Breaker.
All right. You and every other fan of Accept. So
okay.
Well, let's do that right now. This is Dirkschneider with Breaker right here on your Classic Metal Show.